And some of you are probably rolling your eyes listening to this right now. And you know what? If you're rolling your eyes, you might as well get out of the business. That's a harsh reality because you're not going to survive. You're certainly never going to thrive. If you are unwilling to do the most basic thing, you will never make it in real estate. This is the highest turnover rated industry in the country. 87% of us don't make it past the end of our second year. And the vast majority of us don't thrive, don't make that much money in this business. And I know why. It's because you're too worried about shit that doesn't freaking matter. You are wasting your days doing crap that doesn't matter. You are wasting your minutes, your hours, your time on doing menial tasks that are not moving the needle of your business forward. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm John Darden, and this is the Elite Realtor Experience, a podcast dedicated to agents ready to take the next step in becoming elite. I am going to go on a minor little rant here today because I'm a little bit annoyed. I don't know if annoyed is the right word, frustrated, flabbergasted, confused. I don't get it. I don't understand how some of you, some realtors, some of us, you know what, I'm not going to put this on you. We're going to take the collective we. Some of us don't understand and refuse to do the most basic thing that has to happen in order to become successful. Some of us, you see how I said us, some of us are far too focused on our website. Some of us are far too focused on our logo. Some of us are far too concerned about what our business cards look like. Some of us are way too worried about making sure that your sign has the prettiest part of your face that it could possibly have. Oh, by the way, you don't have any listings to put your sign on, but you're really bound and determined to make sure that when you finally get that first listing, you're going to have the prettiest sign in the world. We focus so much time and so much effort on a bunch of shit that doesn't matter. I haven't been sleeping good the last few days, so I'm in one of those like, F it, look, here's just the reality kind of moods today. Realtor, nobody cares about your logo. The only person that cares about your logo is you. Nobody cares about your website. People go to realtor.com and Zillow to look up homes anyway, so they're not going to go to your website that much, no matter how much time and effort you put into it. I understand wanting to have a nice looking sign. I understand you want your t-shirts to look really cool. You want some nice swag stuff. You want a really good landing page. All this stuff, okay? I get it. You want cool stuff. I want cool shit too, okay? I want my stuff to look cool too. I just had a branding session with Bailey and my social media director, if you will. We'll start calling Lindy the social media director. Y'all are going to get to know Lindy one of these days. She's really cool. I want that nice stuff too. But you know what? That nice stuff doesn't freaking matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter one bit. But so many of us put so much time and waste so much effort and so many hours of our day stewing over, thinking over stuff that doesn't freaking matter. There is only one thing that matters. And a lot of us are unwilling to do the only thing that matters in real estate. There's one thing, one freaking thing. I may put some suspenseful music or a drum roll while we're building up to me saying what you should already be able to answer. Bailey has sat behind the camera for 50-something episodes of the Elite Realtor Experience. Bailey, what's the only thing that matters?
If you have a ready, willing, and able buyer in the pipeline.
And how do you get that ready, willing, and able buyer or seller?
Tell me.
You tell me, Bailey. Have you been paying attention? He doesn't know the answer. Which shouldn't shock me because a lot of you realtors don't effing know the answer either. No matter how many times I try to pound this in people's heads, no matter how many times we talk about this in Elite Realtor Experience, or videos we put up, or DM conversations on Instagram that I have with you all, or worse, people inside my own brokerage that I own and operate, and I am in charge of recruiting. Although we just hired a new recruiter, which is really exciting because we're about to freaking quadruple the size of this company.
Conversations.
Thank you, Bailey. Bailey just said it. We're going to come to it in just a minute. I don't know if you could hear it. I got my hands in my face. I'm tired. I'm a little annoyed. I'm not tired. You know what? I'm not tired. I'm not tired, Bailey. It's a state of mind and body. But the worst part is when people inside of my own brokerage, and it doesn't happen very often, okay, because I pound this in our heads from day one. It's like when you were birthed out of real estate, birthed out of the womb of taking the real estate test, and you're just all awkward and flaily and you can't do anything. I pound in our people's heads this one thing, but still from time to time, there's a stray realtor that comes out of my training that it has not sunk in their skull that what Bailey just said is the only thing that matters in real estate, and that is having real estate conversations every single day. And some of you are probably rolling your eyes listening to this right now. And you know what? If you're rolling your eyes, you might as well get out of the business. That's a harsh reality because you're not going to survive. You're certainly never going to thrive. If you are unwilling to do the most basic thing, you will never make it in real estate. This is the highest turnover rated industry in the country. 87% of us don't make it past the end of our second year. And the vast majority of us don't thrive, don't make that much money in this business. And I know why. It's because you're too worried about shit that doesn't freaking matter. You are wasting your days doing crap that doesn't matter. You are wasting your minutes, your hours, your time on doing menial tasks that are not moving the needle of your business forward. The only thing that matters is having conversations with people in your local community about real estate. But John, what about my branding? Well, yes. What does your branding do? Your branding leads to what, Bailey? What does it lead to?
Conversation.
Having a freaking conversation. About what, Bailey?
Real estate.
About real estate. It is not a magical formula. Conversations lead to appointments. Appointments lead to closings. It's the under contract train, the UC train. We've talked about it before, but it has to go in that order. Some of you choose to have your conversations by buying leads, Realtor.com or Zillow. Fine. But what are you buying? You're buying conversations. That's what you're buying. You're not buying a person. We got rid of that crap a long time ago. Okay? You can't do that shit anymore, which is good. So you're buying Realtor.com lead, Zillow lead, but you're buying the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody. But Bailey.
They need to refer to the Explode episode.
Here's what happens, Bailey. Yes, refer to the Explode episode. Here's what happens. We buy internet leads, and some of you are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars a month on internet leads to purchase the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody. And what do? You don't do anything with it. You're spending money and you're getting the lead and you're saying, you know what? I just don't have time to follow up with this person right now because I'm working on my listing presentation. Whoop-de freaking do. Here's a harsh reality, realtor, and this is the only point, and I'm going to wrap this up. You have one job. You have one task every single day. Have real estate conversations with people. It's that simple. Talk to people in your community or people moving to your community about real estate in your market. Personal branding is a way to do that. Stories on your Instagram and Facebook are a way to do that. Creating content is a way to do that. Calling through your SOI and asking the question, have you had any thoughts of buying or selling anytime in the next year? Out of everybody you know, who would be the next to make a move? That is one way to do that. Cold messaging geo leads from RedX in a certain neighborhood is a way to do that. Calling through for sell by owners is a way to do that. Following back up with old leads is a way to do that. Buying internet leads is a way to do that. Running Facebook ads is a way to do that. But all of those things point to you having conversations with potential ready, willing, and able buyers and sellers. That's the whole point of everything that you do. Sit back and think through last week or yesterday or today as you're listening to this podcast. What did you do? What was the vast majority of your time spent on in your last work day? I have a feeling if you have a large pipeline of ready, willing, and able buyers and sellers and you're busy going on appointments, you probably spend a lot of time generating leads because you understand that's the most important part of your business. If you're slow, if you have nothing going on, if you're struggling, if you're frustrated, if you're annoyed, if you're thinking of quitting, if you're thinking this isn't working out, I have a funny feeling, Bailey, that you did not do 1 ounce of lead gen, aka you didn't have any real estate conversations, and you wonder why it's not happening the way you want it to happen. It's simple. It's not because your logo sucks. I know plenty of successful realtors that have the worst, ugliest logo I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, you get clients in spite of your ugly ass logo? Kudos to you. Proof that a logo doesn't matter. I know plenty of people who don't have a website, who don't have a landing page, and they don't care. Why? Because they're having real estate conversations with people every single day. This is the only thing that matters. Yes, you want a nice logo. Fine. Get a nice logo. You want a good looking website. Do it. It can help. It can. But guess what? It does not replace conversations. End of the day, conversations about real estate. If you refuse to have them, do not complain about a lack of success. If you refuse to have real estate conversations, do not get frustrated with the industry. If you refuse to have conversations, don't get mad at your brokerage or your team leader. If you refuse to have real estate conversations, look in the mirror and have a really hard conversation with yourself. Is this really what I want to do? And for some of you, it may be time to say, nope, this is not what I want to do. But for those of you that say, yes, this is what I want, then have real estate conversations every single day. If you do not do that, you will not succeed. If you do not do that, you will always struggle. If you do have real estate conversations, you will sell homes. If you do not have real estate conversations, you will be frustrated and you will go broke. It is that simple. And I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care. John, you don't know what's going on in my life right now. I'm sorry. I hate that you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with. But we're all dealing with something. All of us. At some point, you got to get past the excuse and you got to do what you got to do. Or don't. And get back into the 9 to 5 where you're getting a salary regardless of the effort that you put into your work. I think that's what you were trying to escape. But if you refuse to have the real estate conversations, you will find yourself right back into what you ran away from. End of the rant. One last statement. A repeat of what I've already said. Do the one freaking thing that matters the most. Nothing is more important. Nothing trumps conversations. Nothing is more imperative. Nothing is more pressing. Nothing is more urgent than having daily real estate conversations. Either do it or don't. It's completely up to you. See you on the next one.